Welcome back once again to my YouTube class. I am Manjit Rawat, your online instructor. This is another class of Azure Administrator, and in this class I'm going to help you how to manage and configure Azure V-Net with the help of Azure Portal. In previous class we discussed about the component of networking. Those components can help us to understand about the concept of cloud and on-premises networking. So in case of component, we discussed about what is IP, what is networking. We already discussed about the concept of how many classes are available, IP address version, and about the range of public and private IP address. So I hope all of you understand about the concept that we discussed. Now I'm going to move ourselves to next topic, and in next topic we will discuss about the implementation process, how we can create Azure VNet and how we can add our resources, especially virtual machine in our Azure virtual network. So let's move ourselves to our desktop screen and discuss about the procedure to set up VNet and add resources in our own VNet. But before that, if you're new on my YouTube channel, if you're watching my video first time, so please do subscribe your own Teach Me Cloud YouTube channel. So let's move ourselves to desktop screen and discuss about the procedure to create Azure Virtual Network. Right now we are on page of our desktop screen. Let me explain you about the concept of VNet because it's really important for us. We must need to know about how VNet can perform the task and how many options are, how many services which is available in our Azure Virtual Network. So in case of Azure Virtual Network, it is categorized into different parts. You can say that the Azure VNet categorized into different parts. One is default VNet and another is create your own VNet. Let me explain you about the concept of default VNet capacity. As we know that whenever we create our virtual machine without VNet, so Azure will provide you default VNet with capacity of 10.0.0.0/16. Means in case of default VNet, Azure will create a one CIDR or address space with multiple subnets with capacity of 65,536 IP address, right? This is the default. But if you performing a task for an organization or you are making a setup for any client, so you must need to create your own VNet. Means you should create your VNet by selecting your own IP address. So default VNet, you can say that is started from 10.0.0.0/16. It's a huge amount of IP address, right? If you calculate the /16, you will get up to 65,536 IP address, right? But in case of create your own, as per the name suggests, if you proceed and you want to create your own CIDR value, you want to set up your own subnet in our CIDR value, so which is considered as a create by own. So like I'm going to proceed with like 192.168.1.0/25. If you calculate the value of /25, so I think we are able to add up to 128 virtual machine, or we will get up to 128 IP address. And with the help of subnets, you can divide your 128 IP address in different departments. So let me proceed and show you the proper practical how it works and how we can implement. I'm just going to give you the complete steps. So for this particular task, what you need to do, you must need to open our Azure portal. So right now we are on page of Azure portal, and we just need to click all services. In all services, we are able to find one option, networking. Just need to click on networking. Under the network part, we are able to find n number of options are available, right? Like as you are able to find networks, Azure, Sysnaps, right, load balancer, a number of options are available related to the networking. Our agenda to set up a VNet, which is considered as a virtual network. So I'm just going to create one virtual network, and after that we'll add one virtual machine in our own VNet. Right now we don't have any VNet, so what we need to do, just need to click create, and it will redirect you on page of basic information. The first one is basic information. Select your subscription. So I'm just going to use my MSDN subscription. Then select your resource group, which is mandatory. You must need to provide your resource group information and about the VNet name. So I'm going to create a VNet with name of class VNet. Okay, so I wanted to create class VNet. And you can select the location. So I wanted to create our VNet in location of Central US. Next, another important point, we are able to find 10.0.0/16. It means that this is the default value of our VNet, default value of our CIDR. So I don't want to use this particular value. You just need to click here and remove the default value of our IP address. So I'm just going to proceed 192.168.1.0 slash, let me proceed with /25, right? So in case of /25, if you calculate from binary to decimal, if you calculate with the help of subnetting method, you will get up to 128 IP addresses, right? So second option, you must need to add at least one subnet, because the CIDR is a main container which is responsible to contain the entire IPs which is available in our VNet. But in case of subnet, you can divide multiple subnet. You can create if you want to create a multiple departments and you want to distribute the same CIDR based IP address to different departments, you can proceed and create a multiple subnets. I'm going to proceed and create one subnet. The subnet name is maybe HR. Okay. The first subnet I wanted to create with name of HR. How many IP address? I'm going to provide 192.168.1.0/26. The meaning of /26, 59 plus 5 means total 64 IP address you will get if you proceed with /26. So I wanted to create two different departments. I wanted to divide our CIDR value in two different departments, like one for HR and another for sales. That's why I proceeded for 192.168.1.0/26. Just need to click add. No need to do anything. Another important point is related to the security. We are able to find basic, bastion, DDoS protection, and firewall. These options can help us to protect your network environment, because you are making a security for the entire VNet. So if you add any virtual machine, if you add any database or any resources in your VNet, so definitely these services can help us to protect the environment. As per the content of administrator, I'll help you to set up a bastion. I'll help you to set up a DDoS protection and firewall as well. But for now, we are trying to create our own VNet. So I'm just going to proceed with tag. I don't want to provide any kind of tag. Next. And it will check the entire prerequisite, means it will just validate the settings. And if everything is okay, it will approve us to create the virtual machine. Sorry, to create the VNet. I'm going to proceed and click create. It may be take time up to, you can say that hardly 120 seconds or maybe 100 seconds. And once our VNet is ready, we will proceed and configure, create one virtual machine and add our virtual machine to our VNet, right? So our VNet name is class VNet, which is available in Central US location. Class VNet contain one subnet, but you have option to create more than one subnet. We will discuss about the subnet theoretical part. Then we'll show you the step how we can create a multiple subnet in same CIDR value. Deployment in progress, so wait for a few seconds. Once our VNet is ready to use, we will proceed and create one virtual machine and add our virtual machine to our own VNet. Okay, still is in progress. Wait for a few seconds. Fine. So our VNet is ready to use. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to open virtual machines icon, click create. Create virtual machine. We have already know about the procedure how to create the virtual machine, because we successfully completed the module of compute. So I hope all of you know very well about the procedure to create VNet, to create virtual machine. Select your subnet, your resource group, right? Subscription, resource group, type the name of your virtual machine. Central US is our location. I don't want to configure any kind of availability. Select your operating system. So I wanted to create server 2016. No need to do anything. Provide username and password. Password should be complex and contain minimum 14 character, sorry. RDP, yes, I wanted to access the RDP, that's why I proceed with the 3389. Next. Next. Another important point, which is really important for us because we want to create our virtual machine in our own VNet. So that's why you must need to select your own VNet. Class VNet is our VNet. And another is HR, the HR subnet that you created. No need to do anything. Click next, review, and wait for a few seconds. It will be validate your settings. If everything is okay, it will provide a virtual machine, means it will create a virtual machine. So let's wait for a few seconds. Okay, now our virtual machine is ready to use. If you open the virtual machine's properties, it gives you the complete information about your private IP address. So we establish our virtual machine in our own VNet. So that's why we are getting IP address started from 192.168.1.4. This is the private IP address. And one more thing, just wanted to clear. Back to the VNet that we created. Under the VNet, we just need to select the number of subnets. So in our case, we created only one subnet. Click on subnet. And see, HR subnet is available. Total available IP is 58. Let me open the HR. This is the number of IP address, means the capacity of this particular department or this particular subnet. Another important point, we are able to find connected devices, right? So in case of connected devices, web 896, this is the NIC card name of our virtual machine that we created, and getting an IP address 192.168.1.4, and the subnet name is HR. This is network interface type. It means that you added a virtual machine. So guys, this is the concept of Azure Virtual Network, means Azure V-Net, that can help us to set up our own network environment. I hope all of you understand about the concept. Please do subscribe here on YouTube channel Teach Me Cloud.